Hey everybody. Hi, it's Mr. Lindy here, and I just wanted to go over the Hiram House information packet with you. A lot of different things that we got to go over. Some confusing, some not, but nonetheless, we got to have it all filled out properly before all of your children are able to go to Hiram House, and we want to make sure that you're not missing anything, so that uh, they're not able to have something that they need. So let's just go over this Hiram House information packet and see what it's all about. Okay, so first we have the page, and real simple, just put their name on it, and then we'll move on to the next page. Next page, let me flip it real quick for you. It is the school information card. It has all the stuff they need to have: their last name, first name, home phone number. All that stuff needs to be on there. Um, who to contact in case something were to happen. We are pretty active there at Hiram House, and we have had scrapes and bumps and bruises from people falling down and stuff like that. But just in case anything were to happen, there's the people we need your contact information. So all that needs to be filled out and turned in. Um, it goes pretty intense with who you can contact here. What if this person's not here? Just give it all a fill out. The next one, you got your emergency medical information. This is um, who do we contact if anything were to happen? A doctor, a dentist, anything like that. All that's on there. That in case we need to just contact somebody right away, please just have that filled out and signed. Those are pretty straightforward. Um, the next couple, let me flip it again. This one is the medical information. You can see in case of accident or sickness, I give my consent for a physician chosen by Hiram House to treat my child as he or she deems necessary. And then, you give the different information here. Um, and then once again, there's another call and contact information. These are all needed forms for Hiram House. Also, it lets us know a little bit about them. If they were to get poison ivy, are they allergic to poison ivy? Are they allergic to penicillin? Different things like that. You can have them check in there. Um, Definitely give a day phone and night phone. Some of you work. Some of you just have your cell phone. That's a good way to get a hold of you. Just list the best way to get a hold of you. Next, we have a photo and video consent. All this is Hiram House once in a while has people go around and just take pictures of the kids that are on the property doing different classes or different activities that are going on, and they usually just put them on their website if that's it. And this is just giving them the permission to go ahead and photograph or whatever. Nobody's going to have any names or anything like that of any of your children out there. But there's that form. Next, we have the challenge adventure. Now, this one is a few of them that the kids do. There is a rock wall that they harness up. They'll be checked so that they're all completely in a harness, and they'll be hooked on ropes. And then they will climb up a rock wall, which is very fun. It's the kids have loved it for years. They do that one, and then they also have the high wires and the high ropes. They climb up a ladder. Then they climb up what is like a telephone pole, and then they have usually 2 to 3 Hiram House staff and usually a teacher or 2 teachers at this station with them, or parents, and they go through all the safety regulations, everything that needs to do, how to hook and unhook. They learn what they have to say before they're allowed to hook and unhook, and you also have somebody up on the top of the ropes with them at the top going through different things. I've watched this for years. I even go up myself. It is a great time. The kids that decide to go up and do it, it is a great time. So this is just that the agreement that they're allowed to do it. So that needs to be filled out if you want them to be able to do that. The next are the more important ones, the ones that are going to help you out a lot. So these are non-prescription. And if you look over here and it says, you'll have your the kid's name and Towsley, but down here where my mouse is moving around, two things that I would like you to put on there and provide for your kids are bug spray and sunscreen. We have been there some years where the sun never seems like it is just shining bright as can be, hot as can be. We don't want anybody to get sunburned, but we have to have that on there to be able to administer it or give it out. Also, the bug spray, we are in the middle of the woods. Some students, towards the night or maybe even in the morning before we go to our first classes, like to give themselves a nice little spray with the bug spray. That stuff has to be on there if you want your child to use it. If it's not on there, they are not allowed to use the stuff. Also, this may come in with some of the students use like children's Tylenol or any of that's a Benadryl, those things that are non-prescription. This has to be on there, and when they need to take it and how much they need to take it. And also, you can't send the adult versions. You have to send a child's version that they're able to take. I know that we give our children regular Tylenol, but we are not allowed. We have to give them child-specific brands. So any of that stuff, any of the extra things that are non-prescription that you would like your child to have, it needs to be filled out on this form, and it needs to be written in this medication non-prescription meds part. Give the different type of medicine, tell how much they need to take, say when, and then maybe do they need to take it before, after. I don't know, some people take special vitamins, different things that they need to take. I've seen non-prescription different things for when they go to bed. All on here, all has to be on there and filled out when they need to take it. So that one, if you have any questions, that'd be probably one that I usually hear a little bit of questions about. Okay, there's all the stuff. You have special instructions, anything there. Also, all of this stuff will need to go in a Ziploc bag. So put it all in a Ziploc bag, put your child's name on it, and what we do is we put it all in a box, and then the nurse will distribute it when it is time for each student. Okay. Next one is the prescription medicine, and this is very important, is that you need to say what type of medicine is going on down here. What are they going to do? What are they going to take? And list the name of it. I think the best way to do it is list the real name of it, and then the name that we all use for it, and then the doses, when they want it. Do they take it 3 times a day, 1 time a day? Do they only take it at bedtime? Have that done. And one that always seems to be forgotten, and I don't know, the form isn't real great, but down here, if you look closely right in here, it has a signature of physician and then different questions. You need to fill out this information. It will look dark on your packet, but it is definitely something that needs to be filled out. So definitely make sure that if there are prescriptions that your child needs to take, please make sure that they're labeled, and that what I usually like to do is if you can get something and you can paste it on there or tape it on there and say like X medicine needs to be given every morning before breakfast, or every morning after breakfast, or before bedtime. I write it on the bottle, make sure that it's in there. And same thing, those need to be put in a Ziploc bag with their name on it. We'll definitely have a nurse that will be administering it to give it out. They go through painstaking time to make sure that every student gets what they need, that are on the time. I watch these nurses run around like crazy every year. At noon, they got to give 10 students this, and at lunchtime they need to do this, and then at dinner time. So make sure you mark down exactly when, and Please fill out all the needed information. On these ones, we always have some questions. If you have any questions, that's fine. The nurse will be checking these as we go, as they're turned in. So if they have any questions, they will definitely call you, or they'll tell me, hey, Mr. Lindy, this person needs to fill out this form. I don't see a doctor's signature, or I don't see the name of the prescription, or they didn't tell me what time they need to take it. So also, you cannot just send them in a little baggie. You can't send the prescriptions just in a tiny little Ziploc bag with it written in Sharpie. Here's the medicine they need. I'm sorry, that it needs to be in a bottle so that it is confirmed that it is the medicine. Okay, that's just a brief go around of the packet. Once again, it's pretty self-explanatory until you get to the medicine part. But there's your opening page. There's your contact information, your emergency information, medical information. There's your video consent. That's pictures and video. There's the challenge adventure program. That's the rock wall and the ropes. Here are your non-prescriptions. Once again, please, sunscreen and bug spray should be included for everybody. There's your prescription stuff. Remember, it needs to be in the bottle, and like I always do, is like have somebody label it. Hey, this is when they need to take it. I would even put it on the bottle. It won't hurt. And then it definitely needs a doctor's signature. Okay, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email any of us at school, but I just wanted to make a quick little video going over what each of these forms were. All right, everybody, we're looking forward to this trip, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.